Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zulkarnain bin Muhammad Zuki with material number 074750. In this slide, we will present about ARM processors. ARM is a family of reduced instruction set, computer instruction set architecture for computer processor. Semester 1 for season 2022-2023. Code CSF 11203. Course Computer Organization and Architecture. And lecturer Professor Madya Technologies Professional Dr. Yusuf Al-Library. Project title ARM Processor. In our group consists of 6 people, which is Muhammad Haris Shahmi bin Mazlan, which material number 074974. Muhammad Ishak bin Muhammad Madi 074986. Ahmad Nakiuddin bin Muhammad alias 074895. Muhammad Iqbal Basri bin Mat Rahim 074869. And myself, Ahmad Zulkarnain bin Muhammad Zuki 074750. And lastly, Muhammad Hakiki bin Muhammad Harliman 073033. Abstract. There are 10 CPUs in the ARM Cortex-M family or Series S of now. In this essay, we will first explore ARM processor, including how to categorize them, what they are used for, and how to choose the best processor for your needs. We will then go over a general overview of each processor in the M series. Along with the fundamental concept, we will discuss the feature of each processor. Finally, there is a table that briefly lists the configuration option and their features. Next, we will go to the introduction. Introduction. The Reduced Instruction Set Computer or RISC architecture is the foundation for a series of Central Processing Units (CPUs) that include ARM processors. The ARM processor creator, ARM Limited, create the fundamental part of the CPU and license the technology to collaborators who subsequently produce ARM-based chips in accordance with their own specification. No chips are directly manufactured or sold by ARM Limited. The ARM processor was created by Acorn Computer in the 1980s up until recently. The acronym ARM, which originally stood for the Acorn RISC Machine and then for the Advanced RISC Machine, was used to refer to the moniker ARM. Even though ARM Limited primarily used ARM when describe its processor technology, the abbreviation is still often used. That's all for me. Thanks, and I will give to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Iqbal Basri bin Mat Rahim, and my metric number is 0748 and 69. And for my part, I will explain about structure. It is a bit of 32-bit reduced instruction set computer RISC microcontroller and an advanced reduced instruction set computing RISC device. The Acorn Computer Company first made it available in 1987. This ARM microcontroller family was created by manufacturers including ST Microelectronics, Motorola, and others. Each of the completely different ARM architecture versions such as ARM v1, ARM v2, and others has advantages and cons of its own. And for the next part is design. As you can see in the pictures here, its ARM processor can execute many more millions of instructions per second, and it can be sent to JTAG scan and voltage regulator. JTAG scan stands for Joint Test Action Group, is an industry standard for verifying design and testing printed circuit boards after manufactures. And voltage regulator stands for is a component of the power supply unit that ensures a steady constant voltage supply through all operational conditions. And as you can see here, the ARM processor and its architecture. And next, I will pass to the next person, and I think that's all from me. Thank you.
you Ikhwan for the good explanation. Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Syabir Muhammad Mahdi and I will present about the ARM processor subfamilies. What is ARM processor subfamilies? Basically, ARM processor subfamily is based on the RISC architecture. ARM is a family of reduced instruction set computer instruction set architecture for computer processor, configured for various environments, develops the architectures and license them to other companies who design their own products that implement one or more of those architecture, include system on a chip SC and system on module SOM designs. ARM can be licensed by other companies that produce different kinds of computer, memory interfaces, radios, computers, and mobile devices. Thanks to special configuration, it has the ability to support a wide variety of environments. A complex microcontroller with an ARM v7 design is the ARM Cortex, which belongs to the ARM family. The Cortex A7 finds its application in smartphones and tablets and is famous for its power optimization technology. Within the ARM Cortex family, where ARM Holding offers users the following types of processor. The first one is ARM Cortex A8 series. It built for advanced operating system and exhibits the highest possible performance. The next one is ARM Cortex R8 series. It caters perfectly to the needs of real-time application and provides its user with the faster response times. The next one is ARM Cortex M8 series. It mainly built for microcontrollers. The next one is Secure Core. It takes care of security application. And the last one is Machine Learning. It's for ML application purpose. The amazing capabilities and the variety of solutions that suit specific needs has resulted in this device attracting mass attention. For the next slide is architecture. The ARM architecture includes the following. The first one is Arithmetic Logic Unit. It is defined as the part of a central processing unit that carries out arithmetic and logic operation on the operating computer instruction words. The next one is Boost Multiply. Boost multiplication algorithm is a multiplication algorithm that multiplies two signed binary numbers in two complement notation. The next one is Balance Shifter. The ARM Arithmetic Logic Unit has a 32-byte balance shifter that is capable of shift and rotate operation. The second operand to many ARM and thumb data processing and single register data transfer instruction can be shifted before the data processing or data transfer is executed as part of the instruction. The next one is Control Unit or stand for CU. Is circuitry within a computer processor that directs operation. It instructs the memory logic units and both output and input devices of the computer on how to respond to the program instruction. CPUs and GPUs are examples of devices that use control units. And the last one is register file. A register file is an array of processor register in a central processing unit, which is CPU. For example, register banking is the method of using a single name to access multiple different physical register depending on the operating mode. That's all for me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Nakiuddin bin Muhammad alias. My matric number is 074895. And now is our assignment group presentation. I'm gonna present about ARM processor features. ARM processors require fewer transistors because to their smaller instruction set, which leads to a smaller die size for integrated circuitry. They are suited for progressively downsized electronics because of the smaller size, decreased complexity, and lower power consumption. Next, ARM processors characteristic. ARM processor future characteristics include the following. Number 1, load store architecture. Number 2, integrated security. Number 3, orthogonal instruction set. Number 4, single cycle execution. Number 5, energy efficiency. Number 6, 64-bit and 32-bit allocation states. And the last one, hardware virtualizations. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif Syahmi bin Mazlan. My metric number is 074974. Today I will present about advantage ARM processor. Firstly, ARM processors are incredibly inexpensive since they don't require expensive tools to make them. It is produced for a substantially lower cost as compared to other processors. They are therefore suitable for producing expensive mobile phones and other electronics. Second, because ARM processors feature straightforward security, they can fit into smaller devices because of their tiny size. Several devices are becoming smaller and more compact due to customer demands. Thirdly, the design of ARM processors allows for their usage in multiprocessing systems which process data by using many processors. The first AMP processor, known as ARM v6K, had the hardware ability to support 4 CPUs. Fourth, data is stored in different registers by processor using a load store architecture to reduce memory interactions. To move data from external memory to the register bank, it has distinct load and store instruction. Last but not least, the number 5, ARM only does one operation at once. This speeds up its operation. It features a speedier response time and decreased latency. Okay, for now, I will share about the disadvantage ARM processors. Firstly, it cannot be used in Windows since it is incompatible with x86. Second, some processors have speed limitations which could be problematic. Thirdly, when using ARM processors, scheduling instructions might be challenging. Fourth, the programmer must execute instructions correctly. This is because the execution of them determines the total performance of ARM processors. Last but not least, the 5 programmers with extreme skill are required for ARM processors. This is due to the significance and complexity of execution, which cause processor performance to suffer when not carried out appropriately. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Hakiki bin Muhammad Halimah. My metric number is 073033. And now for our COA Guru assignment presentation, I gonna present about major performance of ARM processor. So compared to the Intel processor, ARM processor can process much more million of instructions per second than Intel processor. So an ARM processor can give excellent performance while using significantly less energy than CISC based processor by eliminating unnecessary instruction and optimizing route. So by eliminating unnecessary instruction and optimizing route, ARM CPU produce less heat due to the decrease in power. So ARM processor are better used to particular some use case, but that doesn't mean that they are fundamentally superior to Intel processor. So now for the last part of our COA group assignment presentation, the conclusion part. So mobile device, PDAS, phone, the Microsoft Surface and other gadget employ ARM processor frequently. So additionally, it offers power efficient server and supercomputer solution. So ARM processor are multi-core 32-bit, 64-bit processor. Last but not least, it's complete million of instructions per second while processing fewer instructions at a fast rate (MIPS). So when compared to the CISC, the term lower suggests that the word content in the teaching has been simplified and reduced. So that's all for our group. Thank you for listening.